Magical Christmas Tales. A Special Job for Clyde. Christmas was coming and everyone in Santa's workshop was busy. Everyone, that is, except for Clyde. Clyde was looking for something to do. He'd been sent out of the workshop for breaking 3 bicycles in a row. The reindeer had shooed him away after he'd spilled dirty water all over their nice clean stable. Even Mrs. Claus had told him to go away after he had sat on a tray of freshly baked mince pies. "There must be something I can do," said Clyde out loud. "Why don't you go outside and count snowflakes?" said Edward, the eldest elf. So Clyde stomped out into the snow and started to count. 1, 2, 3. Oops, was that 4 or 5? Clyde started counting again. 1, 2, 3, 8. Clyde tried his best to count all the snowflakes, but it was no use. There were just too many. He began to race around in circles, grabbing handfuls of snow. Clyde was so busy counting that he didn't notice Santa Claus until he ran straight into him and bounced off his large round belly. "Steady, Clyde," laughed Santa. "What are you up to?" Clyde scrambled to his feet. "I'm counting the snowflakes," he explained. "It's a very important job." Then, as he saw a smile spread across Santa's face, Clyde had a terrible thought. Counting snowflakes wasn't an important job at all. It was just a way of keeping him out of everyone's way. Clyde was so upset that tears filled his eyes. "What's wrong?" asked Santa. Nothing," mumbled Clyde, turning away so that Santa couldn't see his tears. Poor old Clyde didn't notice the huge tree just behind him and crashed right into it. "Ah!" he cried as a huge pile of snow slipped off the tree and thumped on his head. Clyde scrambled to his feet and looked around. Where was Santa Claus? Then he noticed something red poking out of the snow. It was Santa's hat. Santa Claus was buried in a landslide of snow, a landslide that Clyde had caused. Clyde got down on his hands and knees and began to dig quickly. Santa was soon free. "I'm so sorry," gasped Clyde. "I really am a terrible elf. I'm so clumsy that I spoil everything. I don't blame the other elves for not wanting me in the workshop. I should just leave the North Pole." And he sat down and started to cry. "Don't cry, Clyde," said Santa. "It's Christmas, and Christmas is a time for laughter and happiness, not tears and sadness. But everyone would be much happier if I wasn't around. After all, what good is an elf who breaks toys instead of making them?" sobbed Clyde. As Clyde spoke, Santa Claus began to smile. "Come with me," he said, helping Clyde to his feet. "I've got the perfect job for you, and it really is an important one." Santa led Clyde back to the workshop and took him into a room that he'd never seen before. "This," said Santa grandly, "is Quality Control, or QC for short. It is where all the toys are tested to make sure they are strong enough for the little boys and girls to play with on Christmas Day. I've been looking for the right elf to put in charge of it, and I think you might be that elf." "But why me?" asked Clyde. He picked up a teddy bear and began to fiddle with it nervously. "Oops," he cried as the bear's head fell off. Much to Clyde's surprise, Santa smiled happily. "See, I knew you were the elf for the job. If the toys aren't strong enough for you to play with, they won't be strong enough for children to play with. And we can't have broken toys on Christmas Day." But what about the broken toys?" asked Clyde. "You'll have to send them back to the workshop to be repaired. That way, all the toys that are opened on Christmas Day will be strong and good," smiled Santa. "Wow," laughed Clyde. "I think you are right. I am just the elf for this job." And from that day on, Clyde worked hard, making sure that only the best toys ever left the North Pole. Clyde was happy, and Santa Claus and the other elves were happy. Best of all, on Christmas Day, all the little children were happy too. And my special letter is the letter N.